Where are we at the moment as far as this movement of intellectual terrorism? Is it getting worse? Is it getting better? I know that you've been tweeting the last couple of days of more and more people in academia reaching out to you. Where does it stand right now?
Well, postmodernism, I would probably say it's slightly starting to decrease. So its zenith was probably about 10, 15 years ago. But it is still, I mean, so instead of infecting the minds of 500,000 people, it's infecting the minds of 400,000 people. But the virus is still very strong. I think what you're talking about more is the air of totalitarian fear that has gripped the universities, where, and hence this is what I was talking about in the social media post that you're mentioning, where people write to me to share their testimony of, you know, I'll give you just one or two quick examples, and some of these I actually quote directly in my book, but I remove the identity of the person. Dear Dr. Saad, I was working on in a lab with my supervisor on a paper that I had my name on, and when he found out that I said something that was complimentary about Donald Trump, he removed my name from the paper, and now I'm out of the lab. Can you help me? Would you be willing to supervise me? Now, I received such an email. I said, wait a second. Is this from a Western university, or is this in North Korea? Yeah. Is it in, communist China? Is it in Yemen? No. It's at all of the top universities that you could think of off the top of your head. And as I said, I received an innumerable number of such emails. Hi, Professor Saad. My name is Professor so-and-so, someone pretty famous, a famous physicist or professor of medicine. I'm a huge admirer of yours, but please, if you read my email on your show, don't mention my name. So that person doesn't feel sufficiently confident not to take a position themselves, to simply say, I support Gad Saad for fighting for freedom of speech, is now too controversial in some circles. So when the fear has gripped everybody so strongly, that's a problem. People are afraid to like a tweet because maybe it will imply, people are losing their job based on liking a tweet. People are losing their jobs based on retweeting something. I had a black friend who wrote to me privately saying, hey, Gad, I'm getting some of my family members who want to disown me because I'm not exhibiting a sufficient pure support for the Black Lives Movement. He's black. He's going to be canceled by his own family. So it's a form of hysteria that is typical of totalitarian ideologies. So now most people say, oh, but aren't you exaggerating? Well, aren't these people just a small minority on campus? And my answer to them is the following analogy. How many people did it take to bring down 9/11, the buildings? Was it 19 million people? No. 190,000 people? No. You just needed 19 hijackers to alter our sense of safety forevermore. So you don't need 5,000 rabid social justice warriors on campus. You just need a committed, vociferous activist group that keeps the rest of us in check. Now, there's a very easy way to solve this. If the silent majority, and believe me, the majority hates that stuff, but they're silence. They're cowered into silence. If we decide to stand up in unison and say, no more of this, then the problem will go away. If not, we will be sniped out one at a time until there's nobody of us standing up.